Hello, my Jamaican Global Collective. I have a very deep question for you. What if AI could cancel your regret after the age of 40, 50, and 60? What if it could actually cancel your regret? What if I told you that everything you regret after 40, 50, and 60 could become the very thing that pays you? Let's get right into the video, shall we? If you are 40, 50, and 60 and still live in the West, you are not broke. You are loaded with unmonetized experience. Let me say it again. You are not broke. You are loaded to capacity. God put so much stuff inside of you, but it's unmonetized currently. The problem is that you lived it, but you never leveraged it. Let me say it again. You lived it, but you never leveraged it. This is where Lady Elizabeth and AI joint venturing comes into play. AI does not replace you. AI actually multiplies what you already know. Your mistakes, you know what those are? Those are mistake equals lessons learned. Your pain that you've been through, that bad marriage, that sickness, that loss of a loved ones, that unfair treatment, guess what? That's your patterns. The things that you survive, the cold winter, you run out to the bus stop and the bus leave you and you have to stay another 30 minutes at the cold bus stop. And the experiences that you've been through only to go to work and be disrespected. Some of you, especially in the healthcare, these people, disrespecting you in the healthcare sector. I've heard many stories. I myself got disrespected a couple of times. I walked away, and I was much younger. And I look back and I said, "Thank God I did." And it's worse now that I'm 64. I'll wheel and turn again and walk away. AI helps you to turn your story into products. AI helps you to turn your knowledge into income streams. AI helps you to turn regret into repeatable value. Some of you sitting there, let me say something. Some of you sitting there and you're so regretful. Boy, they say, boy, if I didn't know this, I would have gone back to Jamaica a long time, or Bahamas long time, or Barbados long time. If I didn't know this, I would not be here so long and wait until this. Let me tell you, I'm going to tell you a story about a guy, a wonderful Jamaican. When my dad died, I had to go down to take care of some stuff with my brother and sister, right, and his estate, and so I needed to work. So I was carrying older people who did dialysis where the kidney failed them. And there were quite a few Jamaicans. And two of them, let me tell you this story real quick. So the first Jamaican, we were just talking. And I was looking at him because he kind of looked like my granduncle. Okay, now we have the mix-up thing. My father's side is Irish, so we have that mix-up in Jamaica. And I said, you kind of really look like my granduncle. This was 4 a.m. in the morning. I went to pick them up because they had to get the dialysis early, right? And he said, man, he said, can I talk to you because I know you look like a nice Jamaican lady. And the man was 59 years old. He was my age at the time. That was 5 years ago. And you know what he said? He said, America mashed me up, man. He said, America, he said, me stay here too long. Me never understand some things about the food. When you come and just hustle and you work and I take care of your family, I will never forget it. I was so sad. I was so sad. Those stories, my Jamaican Global Collective, those stories gives me the perspective. Like I told you, every single thing, right? Every single thing my collective that I have on this YouTube channel is experiences that I've been through. I'm not coming to you with no clickbait. This is real life, right? So your survival equals strategy. There's a second Jamaican guy, and he was a truck driver, and he said, Miss Elizabeth, I would, because I was on the road and I was exhausted and the money was so good. I work and work and work and work and work. Send money back to Jamaica. Work and work and work. Be on the road. Eat McDonald's. Eat Burger King. Eat this. And he said I would eat a lot of it. And they said, with the lettuce and the tomato, thinking that, oh, this was healthy. And you don't laugh at people like those. You empathize, because a lot of us, there's so many different things that we did not know coming here 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago, that the internet or AI is teaching us right now. And he said, so I used to pick him up 3 mornings a week. He said he can't do trucking anymore because he has to go to dialysis 3 days a week. Do you know how expensive that is? Not just cost in terms of money, but in terms of life. So when I sit here and I'm warning you, even with my traumatized mouth, I say, no, guys, make a plan. Make a plan. Let AI help you to eliminate regret. It can do it if you put and dedicate. I'm telling you, if you dedicate the first 6 to 12 months, I'm not guaranteeing anything. And I'm not telling you, oh, you're going to make X amount of dollars and X, but I can tell you, persistence will pay off. And I am here to help you. I am here to walk with you. It's the reason why I'm telling you. I'm so sorry. It's the reason why I'm telling you about these stories. My alarm just went off. I apologize. All right? Now, here is a controversial truth, right? You don't need 20 more years in the West struggling, mashing up your body, because that's what a lot of us as Jamaicans do. And I know Barbadians do it, and people from St. Kitts and all over, they do it. What you need is a system that literally converts your past into income. Do you realize that these men, had they understood that like 5 years ago, and I don't know if they died or they're still alive because I left Florida subsequently 5 years ago, but just imagine if they can tell their story to, so you can avoid that scenario, that, you know what I'm saying? And I said to myself, I was never eating badly anyway, but Elizabeth, those are lessons. And I listened to them. And they would call the company and say, Miss Elizabeth, I want Elizabeth to come and transport me because she listens to me. These are real stories. I have another guy who, he was not Jamaican, but he was telling me he's from Venezuela, and he was saying, man, I wish I had gone back home a long time ago. Because instead I gave so many years to this country, I gave some 50-something years to this country. And now I used to pick him up out in Weston. It's called Weston, Florida. And I think it's probably about maybe 30 minutes from Fort Lauderdale Plantation, Sunrise, where my parents lived at the time. And I used to pick him up. And every time I went and pick him up, he'd give me $15 tip. Every morning I pick him up. Because he was so grateful that somebody, because they couldn't find anybody that would actually come and pick them up. And these people suffer. Let me tell you, you don't need 20 more years. AI is that system. It is not magic. It is not automatic, but it's an accelerator. Let me ask you a question. What if your worst financial mistake paid you $500 a month? What if your hardest relationship became a course? What if your survival story in the West became a coaching offer? What if? What if that is a lifeline that you need to radically influence your children and your family going the wrong way? What if your experience that could give you the income that will influence your kids? What if? Back in the right direction. What if? What if this added, let me just give a scenario. What if this added 6 months to a year? What if this added $2,500 to $4,000 a month to your income? What if? And you take only 2 years to do it with dedication and coaching and being diligent. Isn't that better than burning out your body and revamping your resume to walk the same old road again and again and again and again? Would you still call your past life a failure? Or would you call it inventory? Because let me tell you something, all your experiences, even the journey with my mouth when I'm ready to fix my teeth, this is inventory, because I'm going to take you with me to fix my mouth. In closing, here is what I would say. You're not behind. You're just sitting on value that you have not activated yet. And I'm going to show you how to use AI to turn your life into income, because guess what? I am on that journey right now. And it's a journey I wish I had known about it 5, 10 years ago. Where would I be today? But they always say 5, 10 years ago was a good time to start. Today, you can't go back. Today is a good time to start. Look out for the masterclass. I'm going to do a free masterclass here that's going to be dropping this week. And I need you to just sit down, dedicate 35 to 45 minutes, and just listen. If you're over 40, your problem is not money. Your problem is you don't know how to monetize your past. AI can fix that. Look out for the masterclass. Now, if you want to, if you're planning to go back to Jamaica and the Global Caribbean, click the link in the bio and pick up the what is called the Jamaicanomics Rebuilders Guide. That is going to help you. You also get 2 free resources, mindset change, because one of the biggest problems I'm finding with Jamaicans and the Global Caribbean, mindset. I had to work on my mindset, not because I was resistant, but because I could not believe the things I was believing that were hindering me. And now today my mind is much freer. There are things I still believe, but I'm trying to drop them. But I'm in a great place now. Listen, what if your regret is actually your income stream in disguise? AI might just be the bridge. Join the Jamaicanomics Rebillionaires. Click the link in the bio and order the Jamaicanomics Rebuilders Guide. And look out for the webinar. You don't want to miss that. God bless you. Thank you so much for allowing me to share. I appreciate you. And I will see you. Don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.